Rolex, that's a bet. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie.
Chill. Told her bye, bye, bye. Chill. Don't make I. Got a lot of racks on me. Chill. Got a lot of juice on me. Yeah. Couple M's in jewelry. Chill. I'm a rich like jet ski. Chill. And I can't buy no flight. No. Look at my bust down shine. Chill. Small. Just name my flight. Just name my flight. 100 bands up for the next show. I don't want to. Just want. I didn't want to tell you that, mama. Main dogs cash just laying on the floor. All this I saw me dripping. She tripping. I'm too rich to listen. Ooh. I'm picking rain still glisten. Chill. So don't lie, lie. Ooh. No, you can't stand it. Yeah. I ask you why. Yeah. Cut the check or buy.
Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. No. No, no, no. I ain't getting caught up with you. You should probably call your jeweler, cause now your diamond's cold. And they supposed to be froze. Ooh. Gucci on me head to toe. If you lie to me, I gotta let you go. Club, bought a broke bag. 24, time to show 'em whatever. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie.
The NBA season has come down to this. This is it. For all the marbles, Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We're at Toyota Center in downtown Houston. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. And welcome, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Rockets coming into play. They know what's at stake. This is it. One game to decide the NBA Finals.
Well, here we are. This is what you dream about. A Game 7. A one-game series for the NBA championship. This has been one heck of a thrilling ride so far. I'm just so grateful to be here courtside to watch this happen in front of my own eyes. This has really been a dream come true.
Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Capella to Paul. Tough make through traffic. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
No good, and no foul. Capella to P.J. Tucker. Goaltending. Giannis in control of the basketball. Just getting started. Strap in for a good one here in Game 7. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Giannis with it up top. Down 2. And draws the foul.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Eric Bledsoe has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. To Paul. Ooh, crisp Chris Paul, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
2 for 2 on that trip. Giannis in control of the basketball. The score 10-8. Bledsoe to Brogdon. Passed it off. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who can differentiate themselves.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Nope, first one does not go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Bledsoe with it up top. Down by 1. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Capella with a drop step. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Bledsoe at the basketball. They're down 3. Clint Capella tips it. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Middleton gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Bucks basketball. PJ. Oof. And this isn't good. Mike Budenholzer is going to make some changes. Hope everything comes clean after the exam. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Harden. It's in. He made his first effort, but not that time. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a 3-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Shot from the lane won't go. Clint Capella with the block. Gordon with it. Leads 3. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To P.J. Tucker, Paul. To P.J. Tucker from long range. It's Middleton with the rebound. At the controls. Antetokounmpo to Brogdon. That's out of bounds off of Giannis. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Farid. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Mike Budenholzer wants a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Mike D'Antoni going to make some moves and set his matchups. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Bucks at the controls. George Hill to Adetokunbo. Hill. Five seconds to shoot. Curling inside. Gets to the basket, but it's no good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Hill into the front court. Right now, down 7. To Adetokunbo. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4 out of 7.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Gerald Green. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. From the painted area, won't go down. Offensive board. Rebounds pulled in by the Bucks. Kenneth Farid, huge block. That's his 3rd block this evening. Beyond the arc for 3. Not going down here. One quarter down in this deciding Game 7, and we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
To P.J. Tucker. Short jumper won't fall. Hill across the timeline. Down 3. And the nice finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Bucks at the controls. George Hill. Runner here won't go down. To Gerald Green. Nice pass to set things up.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Giannis with it up top. Minute gone by. We've got a 2-point game in this second quarter. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
And you can't lunge like that.
Antetokounmpo to Hill. Kenneth Faried swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down 4. Oh, a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Clint Capella. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Almost. Tough shot in traffic.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Giannis with it up top. Down just a couple. Lopez to Antetokounmpo. And a throwdown. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Clint Capella sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 3 in this first half. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Hill to Middleton. Antetokounmpo. Short jumper stays out. Paul across the timeline. Leads a bucket. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Nene pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
And the finish, slam dunk.
One of the best in the biz right there, maybe the best.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Now down 6. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Hill into the front court. Down 8. And that's rebounded by Houston. Rivers to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Adetokunbo to George Hill. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time to shuffle things up. DiVincenzo. Whoa, Chris Middleton. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Short jumper off the mark.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
And scores.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Bucks basketball. Adetokunbo to Brogdon. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Brogdon to Adetokunbo. Count it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
That one out of bounds off a rocket. Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. And counted at the rim. No, I missed a short one there. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone. The Rockets are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Bucks are within striking distance at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game tracking. Assists.
That was an excellent first half of basketball. And I say that because of the way these teams move the ball. The offenses have been flowing, and the action has been mesmerizing. We've got ourselves a nice game here today.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to...
A lot of intrigue to come in the second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. The Bucks at the controls to Adetokunbo. Middleton. Followed up. Brook Lopez with the slam.
You see, Ed, that's the advantage of growing up playing with and against a twin. A lot of fights, a lot of physicality, and controlling the glass is everything.
To Paul. Giannis Adetokunbo able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. To Harden. James Harden. He's now 5 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Middleton over to the right side. Not done yet. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he's live. I'm watching it happen in person.
Adetokunbo to Lopez. Brook Lopez. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized? Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Brook Lopez with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Harden to Paul. Working hard on the glass. Clint Capella. 3 for 6 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Giannis Adetokunbo. Couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Bucks at the controls. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Spinning shot won't fall. To Harden. 4-3. Steps out and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His group now down 2. Count the basket inside.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Gets to the basket and scores.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knocked loose. Brogdon stuffs it down with authority. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
To P.J. Tucker. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Whoa, Chris Middleton. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. Great dish to set it up. It goes down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Lopez to Middleton. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. To Harden. It's a big finish.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo. Off the assist.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Brook Lopez rejects it. That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Up 5 seconds. Rockets have it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Paul pulls up for 2.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Antetokounmpo, great feed, sets it up. From the painted area, won't go down. To Paul. Fareed. To Harden. Screen coming. Oh, had him going there for a second. And count the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Harden with it up top. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Iman Shumpert at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Count the basket at the rim. That ends the third quarter with the Rockets in front. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Here comes the screen to Capella. Clint Capella, 4 out of 7.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Spins and scores.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now Paul with the basketball. Leads 4. Nearly got that one to go. Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Has a look. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
There is no better feeling.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Paul. Nikola Mirotic sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Flushes it home.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Slams it down. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
You know, Ed, usually in timeouts, you see coaches give these rah-rah speeches. And what happens is it goes through the players up here and out the right. They don't pay attention. I've been a part of those huddles. What I just saw, though, I saw a coach snap a clipboard. No doubt about it.
Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. George Hill. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Goes to the right side. Paul. Great defense, forcing the miss. Nice pass to set things up and finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And count the basket inside. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Layup goes down. Well done.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Bucks basketball. Brogdon to Adetokounmpo. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. To Paul. Fareed. Harden. Textbook defense. Giannis Antetokounmpo tips it. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Giannis with it up top. Down just a couple. Great feed. Chris Middleton with the slam. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
And the basket good at the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
And he finishes at the rim.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
The Bucks at the controls. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down 2. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip to Harden. Capella. Short jumper won't fall. Brogdon to Antetokounmpo. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Missed a wide-open look. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have 1 to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 2 shots coming. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Here comes the intentional foul with 10 seconds on the clock.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Dante DiVincenzo in the painted area. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. That misses with a second to go. This quarter's in the books. We have a tie ball game. Let's do it. Overtime is underway. It's Paul for 2. Just off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Paul to Fareed. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player, pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. Kenneth Fareed snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Paul. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. Short jumper stays out. To Harden. Can't connect from in close.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
It's good. And one.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
To Capella. To Paul. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To DiVincenzo. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Paul. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Nikola Mirotic with the block. Giannis in control of the basketball. They trail by 2. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's shooting 58% in this contest. To Capella. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim, that was a thing of beauty.
Adetokunbo, that is great vision to set it up. Malcolm Brogdon lays it in.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Cashes in for 2.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Giannis Adetokunbo, huge block. Bucks at the controls. Hill to Adetokunbo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw, good for Giannis. It's a 3-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. Down to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Hill across the timeline. The lead is 2. George Hill. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Giannis with it up top. 2-point advantage. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
No, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good. He caps off the 3-point play. And his group is back up by a point. Bucks at the controls. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 64% right now. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Paul. Brogdon to Adetokunbo. Driving right to the basket. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on a 3-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. To Hill. Shot from the lane won't go. Cruises inside for 2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. Barring a 4-point play, this is a 2-possession game. Let's see how they decide to attack this. George Hill, now 4 for 9.
One could make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Paul. It's claimed by Milwaukee. Milwaukee with the basketball. Short jumper off the mark. And here's an intentional foul. That's free throws. Clock stops with 13 seconds to play. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Wide open look won't go. Now an intentional foul, and they get it with 9 seconds remaining. Misses the first. Oh, he missed on a pair. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kenneth Faried at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He struggled so far. Can't convert the free throw. Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon. Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. A 3 for double OT. It's the Rockets who are victorious. They've claimed their 3rd consecutive NBA title and 4th in the last 5 years. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets have earned what so many others have only been able to dream about, an NBA title. They've earned their place in the history books. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Bucks are experiencing the kind of disappointment that can't be shared by anyone but a teammate. It's pretty quiet in their locker room right now. I can only imagine how tough it must be. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
James Harden seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for another NBA season. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, thanks for making us your choice for hoops action.
From the back porch, back then with dreams of a stacked fortune. Black kid with dreams by any means to see some cell phone keys to a black portion. That American pie, he just wanna portion. Product of that environment that he was forced in. Change course when it's out of control. Feel it down in my soul. Fast forward and foresee that fork in the road. Listen, mention you on the road, foreign car whipping. It's mind bending. Open your eyes, I'm bending the rules. Time ticking. The time's different on a globe where every soul trying to survive in it. That's the main concern. Whole hood celebrate when the tables turn, you see. Feels like I'm on the cusp. Great forever, forever's not long enough, it's just. Man once said the grind can't stop till letters in your name get bigger like cap locks. Still can't stall so far from your last stop. Deaf to the yes man, blind to mascots. Look past the moment and try to find your last opponent. Trying to find the answer before this life flashes past you. Blink of an eye, go ghost like a phantom. I'd rather imagine a whole block popping. Toast and glasses. More life, no ashes to ashes. Live life fast with no crashes. You can picture that with no caption. Try to see the vision, no glasses. You can picture that with no cameras or flashes. You could just imagine. Still keep my hunger like fasting. Still keep a ghetto fab like putting money in the mattress. And that's just point blank. No biting my tongue, be so frank. In your top 10, they don't rank. They ask me to change some things and no thanks back. Son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight, son. First off, bow down, cause this feel like midnight club at D-Town. What's up? Double edition, new keys in the ignition. My hat tipping, Dontrell Willis with the feet kicking. Knees cranking, you see what Pete cranking. I mean, listen, y'all be tripping. See, we lately been seeing y'all be grating. I mean, face it, y'all is cheap fragrance. They know me, the phonies. They copy, they jocking, but Groxy, he just and the pretty boy finna end your title reign. Arturo Gotti, we in this thing with the whole posse in his fit. Just asking to just rob me in these kicks. Just asking to start rocking, but you ain't gotta ask. Just watch me. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight, son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight, son.
Out the I don't need no glass. This is all me, so please don't ask. Ballin' on a budget, gotta make this last. Nick driving reckless, hoping we don't crash. Pull up mad deep with all my little bro just dropped your rent on denim. In the back with my feet up kicking. Belly out with my shirt that's linen. I'm just trying to vibe. Yeah, we out here gigging. Two-stepping, just out here killing. Getting hot in here. Plus, done kicked in. I need to slow down for your boy gets kicked out. Still feeling myself, just socializing. But you better not ask me to start freestyling. Honestly, I don't like the nightlife, fool. Since I'm here, I guess I'll enjoy the lights like you.
See you sweat. See you sweat. See you sweat. See you sweat. Yeah. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah. Hands up like black and white. See you sweat. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight. See you sweat, son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah. Lights on, son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna see you sweat. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah. Hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight, son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. I just wanna see you sweat. See you sweat.
Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. I know that it's difficult. I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I prefer residual and f***ing your like it's part of my ritual, part of the visual. But money you give me it's typical. I wanted it physical. $1 million I count up in intervals. Without it I'm miserable. Don't wanna fall off, so I'm all in my bag. Thinking God like it's biblical. I know it's gonna solve every problem I have. I ball on the principle. Remember the teachers is all of my. Now look all of them pitiful. And all of a sudden I'm so good at math. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die. Uno, dos, tres. Big bills, big bills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give up if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting big bills, big bills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give up if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Proceed with caution. I heard if you taste it, it only results in a hole in your heart. I take the whole cake and I won't leave a portion. It's only an organ. Thank God mama couldn't afford it. The loneliest orphan. I flip my misfortune and grow me a fortune. My rollie is scorching. They hated it slowly endorsing. Not coldly important. My beside me like Tommy and Martin. We ballin' your courtin'. The with your like we turning your heart in. She don't need a. She from all of the money we countin'. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up.